Does your home feel more like a storage unit than a peaceful sanctuary after 60 plus? Over the years, decades of stuff can quietly pile up. They can turn your cozy retreat into a cluttered maze. Did you know clutter doesn't just crowd your space? It can increase stress and lower your productivity. Today, we're diving deep into 16 surprising culprits secretly making your home feel chaotic. From invisible messes to emotional keepsakes, these are the things stealing your peace of mind. And trust me, you won't believe number 12. Meet Mary, a 65-year-old grandmother who loved her inviting home. But over time, her living room felt cramped. Her closets overflowed. Even finding her favorite book became a challenge. Sound familiar? Mary's story shows it's never too late to reclaim your space and to rediscover the calm and simplicity you deserve. So, stick with us as we uncover these 16 clutter culprits. We'll also share practical, easy tips to transform your home into a haven of peace. If this resonates with you, hit that subscribe button. Don't miss more life-changing ideas for living your best life after 60. Let's dive into our first category: emotional clutter. These are the items tied to memories, moments, and milestones. They make letting go feel so hard. They're not just things, they carry stories. Letting them go can feel like losing a piece of your heart. But don't worry. We'll explore 2 common forms of emotional clutter and share gentle ways to handle them, so you can honor your past while making room for today. First, sentimental keepsakes. Think of Mary, our 65-year-old grandmother, whose shelves were overflowing with photo albums, childhood trophies, souvenirs from long-ago trips, and gifts from loved ones. She cherished every single one because each held a special story. But over time, those keepsakes started to overwhelm her. Instead of bringing joy, they were taking over her home, crowding her space and her mind. Here's the good news. You don't have to part with your memories to reclaim your space. Try this: digitize old photos and display them in a digital photo frame that brings your memories to life. Create a scrapbook for your most cherished items so you can revisit them without cluttering every corner. Your memories don't need to live on your shelves to live in your heart. By thoughtfully organizing these keepsakes, you're honoring the past while creating space for the present. What's a keepsake you treasure most? Share it with us in the comments below. Next, let's step into the closet and face those clothes you no longer wear. Are your hangers packed with outfits that don't fit, don't suit your lifestyle, or simply don't bring you joy? This is emotional clutter at its core. We hold on to clothes because of the memories tied to them, or the hope we might wear them again someday. Mary's closet was bursting with business suits she hadn't worn since retiring, and jeans that hadn't fit in over a decade. Yet she felt like she had nothing to wear because her closet was so full of things she didn't love. Here's a gentle rule: if you haven't worn something in over a year, it's time to let it go. Donate gently used clothes to a local charity, or sell items in good condition online. For pieces with deep sentimental value, consider keeping just one as a memento and releasing the rest. This isn't just about clearing space. It's about making room for clothes that make you feel good today. So, tell us, what's the hardest item in your closet to let go of? A dress, a jacket, or something else? Share your thoughts in the comments. Emotional clutter can be the toughest to tackle because it's so personal. But when you clear it, you're not just freeing up physical space, you're creating emotional freedom to live fully in the present. You're doing so well. Stay with us, because next, we'll uncover everyday clutter that sneaks into your home without you even noticing. Now, let's move on to the clutter that's right in front of you, but so familiar, you might not even see it anymore. These are the sneaky culprits hiding in plain sight, making your home feel chaotic without you noticing. Let's shine a light on 3 everyday items that could be crowding your space and stealing your calm. First, take a look around your living room or dining area. Do you still have plastic fruit on display, or a dusty faux plant tucked away in a forgotten corner? Maybe there's an old floral rug or heavy, outdated curtains that haven't been touched since the 90s. These pieces might have been charming once, But if they no longer reflect your style or your life today, they're creating visual clutter. They make your home feel stuck, crowded, and heavy. Try this: swap out those faux plants for a single, real houseplant that's easy to care for. Replace those heavy drapes with light, neutral curtains to let in more air and light. These small changes can breathe new life into your space without costing a fortune. So, tell me, when was the last time you updated your decor? If it's been years, it might be time for a refresh. Next, let's talk about the infamous junk drawer, or maybe drawers in your case. Picture Mary, our 65-year-old grandmother, opening a drawer stuffed with dead batteries, tangled cords, keys that don't open anything, and expired coupons. Every time she looked inside, she felt overwhelmed, but tackling it seemed just too daunting. Sound familiar? Here's the trick. Don't try to conquer all your junk drawers at once. That's too much. Instead, pick one drawer this month. Sort everything into 3 piles, or donate. Only hold on to items that are truly useful or meaningful. You'll be amazed how good it feels to open a drawer that's clean and organized. Be honest, how many junk drawers are hiding in your home? Share your count in the comments below. Finally, let's tackle those outdated tech gadgets cluttering your space. Do you have a drawer filled with old flip phones, remote controls for devices you no longer own, or a tangle of cables you can't even identify? These things sit untouched for years, taking up valuable space. Technology moves fast, leaving us with piles of unused gadgets. They not only clutter our homes, but can harm the environment if not disposed of properly. Take a moment to inventory your old tech. Keep only what you actively use and recycle the rest at a local e-waste center. Many stores and facilities accept phones, cables, and electronics for safe disposal. Mary found a remote control in her junk drawer and couldn't even remember what it was for. Can you relate? These items might seem small, but clearing them out makes a big difference. By updating your decor, conquering those junk drawers, and letting go of old tech, you're creating a home that feels fresher, more organized, and truly yours. Keep going, because up next, we're diving into emotional clutter, the sneakiest culprit of all. Now, let's turn to something deeper. The clutter you might not even notice anymore. Invisible clutter. These are the sneaky little things that pile up quietly. They steal your space and your peace of mind, without you even realizing it. Let's uncover 3 culprits that could be hiding in your home right now. First up, paperwork piles. Think about it: old bills, magazines, receipts, and random documents. They tend to stack up over time. Maybe you've thought, I might need this later, or you just haven't had the time to sort through it all. But before you know it, these papers are dominating your countertops, your desks, and your drawers. Here's a simple fix: switch to digital billing for utilities, subscriptions, and bank statements to stop the paper from coming in. For the paperwork you do need to keep, designate one drawer or a single folder to store it neatly, and make it a habit to go through those papers every month to stay ahead of the mess. Take a moment, look around your home right now. How many piles of paper can you spot? 1, 2, maybe more. Let's share in the comments below. Next, let's talk about those gifts you're holding on to, not because you love them, but because you feel guilty letting them go. Maybe it's that vase from a friend, a set of wine glasses you've never opened, or a decorative clock that just doesn't match your style. Sound familiar? We keep these things out of sentiment, or because we don't want to hurt the giver's feelings. But here's the truth: if it's not adding value to your life, it's just taking up space. Donate those items, or regift them. Someone else might love that vase or clock. Letting go gives you a little more breathing room in your home and in your heart. Now, let's open that medicine cabinet. How many half-used bottles, expired pills, or forgotten ointments are sitting on those shelves? This is one of the most overlooked spots in our homes, and a prime source of invisible clutter. Imagine Mary, our 65-year-old grandmother, searching for a bandage, only to find medications that expired 10 years ago. She realized she was holding on to things she didn't even need. Safely dispose of anything expired. Most pharmacies or local health facilities have drop-off points for unused medications. Clearing out your medicine cabinet not only frees up space, but keeps you safe from using something that's no longer good. These invisible culprits, paperwork, unused gifts, and expired medications may seem small, but tackling them is a huge step toward a more peaceful and organized home. You're already on your way to reclaiming your space. Stay with us because the next set of clutter culprits might be hiding in plain sight. Let's move forward and shine a light on everyday clutter, the kind that creeps into your home through the things you touch daily, or think you might need someday. These aren't loud, obvious messes. They're the quiet, sneaky items that build up over time, crowding your space and dimming the peace in your home. Let's uncover 3 culprits that could be hiding in your kitchen, your drawers, or your spare room right now. First, plastic containers with missing lids. Imagine Mary, our 65-year-old grandmother, reaching into her kitchen cabinets, only to be greeted by a jumble of plastic containers tumbling out. Some had no lids, others were worn or stained, and many were just cluttering up her space. We hold on to these thinking, I'll use this one day, but they end up creating chaos every time you open the cabinet. Here's a simple fix. Take a moment to sort through your collection. Pair each container with its matching lid, and keep only a few sets that are in good shape. Recycle or toss the rest, because you don't need a tower of containers when a few will serve you just fine. Picture it a tidy cabinet with only what you need, ready to make your kitchen feel lighter. Next, let's talk about having too many of the same thing. Have you ever stopped to count how many extras you've collected? Mary did, and she was surprised to find 5 spatulas, 7 pairs of scissors, and a drawer overflowing with pens she didn't even use. These duplicates slip into our lives because we forget what we have or think. Another one can't hurt, but they pile up, cluttering your drawers and making everything harder to find. Try this. Go through your kitchen tools, office supplies, or household items and ask, do I really need all of these? Keep only what you use and donate or recycle the extras. It's freeing to clear out the excess. So, what about you? How many duplicates do you think are hiding in your home? Extra forks. Too many markers. Share your guess in the comments below. Finally, let's look at hobby supplies from passions you've moved on from. Mary had a corner in her guest room stacked with yarn, knitting needles, and patterns from a hobby she tried for a short time, but never truly loved. These supplies are some of the craftiest clutter culprits. We buy them full of enthusiasm, but when the excitement fades, they sit there gathering dust and taking up space. If a hobby no longer lights you up, it's time to let those supplies go. Donate them to a local crafting group, a school, or a charity where they'll bring joy to someone new. You'll feel so much lighter knowing they're being loved, instead of weighing down your home. Think back. Is there a hobby you've left behind, but still have the supplies for? Tell us about it in the comments. These everyday culprits, plastic containers, extra items, and forgotten hobby supplies may seem small, but they quietly steal your space and your calm. By clearing them out, you're opening up room for the things that truly matter and building a home that feels warm and welcoming. You're making such great progress, so stay with us, because next, we'll dive into a surprising source of clutter that just might catch you off guard. Now, let's uncover something surprising, the clutter that hides in the most unexpected places. These are the items you might not even think of as clutter until you take a closer look. They're shockers sitting quietly in your home, stealing space and adding without you realizing. Let's dive into 2 culprits that might just catch you off guard and learn how to tackle them to bring back your home's calm. First, expired pantry items. Have you ever reached into your pantry and found a spice jar that expired years ago? Mary did. She discovered baking powder from the 1980s and canned goods she didn't even recognize. These pantry items are like time capsules, tucked away at the back of your shelves, gathering dust and sometimes even strange smells. They pile up because we don't check often enough, and they quietly clutter your kitchen. Make it a habit to go through your pantry at least once a year. Check those expiration dates. Toss anything stale, and organize what's left so you can see and use it easily. Here's a bonus tip. Try labeling your shelves to make finding ingredients a breeze. Think about it. What's the oldest item you've ever found in your pantry? Was it a can of soup or a forgotten spice? Share your story in the comments below. And let's see if anyone can top Mary's 30-year-old baking powder. Next, let's talk about broken, or fix-it-later items. Mary's basement was a treasure trove of broken chairs, a wobbly side table, and an old clock she kept promising herself she'd repair someday. But that someday never came, and those items just sat there, taking up space and weighing on her mind. We've all done it, held on to something broken, thinking we'll fix it. But when months or even years go by without action, it's just clutter. Here's a practical approach. Set a clear deadline. If something's broken, repair it within 1 month or let it go. Be honest with yourself. Will you really fix that lamp or that cracked vase? If not, consider recycling or donating them to someone who can repurpose them. Letting go of broken items might feel hard, like admitting defeat, but it's also freeing. Your home deserves to be a place of function and joy, not a storage unit for unfinished projects. These surprising culprits, expired pantry items, and broken things might not seem like much, but they add up, cluttering your home and dimming its warmth. By addressing them, you're not just clearing space, you're creating a healthier, more organized, and lighter home. You're doing wonderfully, so stay with us, because next, we'll face some hard truths about the clutter that's toughest to let go. Now, let's face the hard truths. The clutter that not only takes up space, but also tugs at your heart and shapes how you feel in your own home. These are the things that might be tough to confront, but once you address them, they can truly transform your living space into a place of peace and joy. Let's explore 3 culprits that might be weighing you down and discover how to lighten the load. First, oversized or outdated furniture. Mary, our 65-year-old grandmother, had to come to terms with her heavy, bulky couches that made her living room feel cramped and crowded. It was as if the furniture itself was swallowing the space, leaving little room for relaxation or even movement. Large, outdated pieces can make your home feel smaller and more cluttered, even if everything else is tidy. They overwhelm the room and steal your sense of calm. Here's what you can do. Consider replacing those old, oversized items with smaller, multi-purpose furniture that fits your life today. Think a sleek sofa with hidden storage, or a table that works for both dining and a workspace. These changes can open up your space and make it feel airier and more inviting. Imagine a living room where you can breathe and truly relax. Next, let's talk about overwhelming collections. Mary loved her figurines, dozens of delicate, little treasures that once brought her joy. But over time, they filled shelves in her living room, dining room, and even the hallway. They weren't a source of happiness anymore. They were a burden. She hadn't dusted them in years, and every time she looked at them, she just saw more clutter. Collections can start with love, but grow out of control, becoming a chore to maintain. Try this. Choose just a few of your favorite pieces to display proudly, and store, sell, or donate the rest. A curated collection can be a beautiful part of your home without overwhelming it. Think about your own collections. Is there something you've been holding on to that's become more work than joy? Share it with us in the comments below. Finally, let's venture into those hidden spaces, the basements, attics, and garages that often become forgotten. Mary's garage was packed with things she hadn't seen in years. Old toys, extra furniture, boxes of holiday decorations, and random knickknacks she didn't even remember keeping. These spaces can turn into dumping grounds for items we don't know where else to put. Tackling them might feel overwhelming, but you don't have to do it all at once. Start small. Sort through just one box or clear one shelf in the garage. Break it down into manageable steps so it feels doable. By reclaiming these spaces, you're not just clearing clutter. You're creating room for new memories and a home that feels truly yours. Facing these hard truths, oversized furniture, overwhelming collections, and hidden, forgotten spaces might not be easy. But every step you take is a step toward a home that's lighter, more organized, and filled with joy. You're doing so well, so stay with us as we wrap up Mary's journey and share how these changes can bring peace to your home and your heart. As we come to the end of this journey, let's pause and reflect on Mary's transformation. With these simple changes, our 65-year-old grandmother turned her cluttered home into a haven of peace and calm. Her living room feels open again, her closets are organized, and her heart is lighter. Decluttering isn't just about tidying up. It's about creating a space that reflects your best years. It's about surrounding yourself with what brings you joy and letting go of what weighs you down so you can cherish the moments that truly matter. You don't have to do it all today. Every small step leads to a bigger change. Start with one drawer, one shelf, or one memory, and watch your home come alive again. If Mary can do it, so can you. Your home deserves to be your sanctuary. If these tips sparked inspiration, hit that like button and share this video with someone who could use a little decluttering magic. Don't forget to subscribe for more practical advice to help you live your best life after 60. And if you're ready to simplify your home and your heart, check out our other videos for more ways to make your space. Thank you for joining us, and here's to a home filled with peace and joy.